Hello everybody, good morning, it's Monday morning. I think I started a vlog stood exactly here while making a coffee, which is what I'm doing, while wearing this dressing gown quite recently. And it made me think, do you know what I really want to do? I want to do a favourites video. And I can. So that's what I'm going to do, like a summer favourites thing, because the fact that I'm stood here in this dressing gown again made me think of how much I deeply, deeply love this dressing gown, which I shall show you in full shortly once the coffee's ready. It's from Deiji Studios. It's a linen one, and I can't think of how many times you will have all seen me stood in this dressing gown, because I wear it all the time. And it's the best, and it's quite like a chic dressing gown. Despite being linen, I do wear it year round. I do sometimes swap it out for like a fluffy one when it's really cold, but this is a year round dressing gown. I'm flying back to New York today, which also made me think this is a good time to do a favourites thing, because you have to think about what you want to take with you. And really, the ones that stand out are the ones that go in the suitcase. And this isn't going in the suitcase because I have one there, but I'll show you, I've actually got two in New York, so I'll show you the two that I've got there. But that's just how much of a favourite it is that I have it in 3 different colourways. This one I've had the longest, and it also just gets better and better the more you wash it. Like the ones I have in New York, I haven't washed as much or worn as much. And they're still great, but they're not as good as this one, which is just pretty perfect at this point. It's got a little white tie. Just coming over here while we wait for the milk to continue to froth. So my flight's at 4 o'clock today. I'm really excited to get back. It's really hot there. It's actually gone really grey and rainy here, so I'm really looking forward to going back. And I'm going to get to the airport insanely early, I think, because I just want to... Hey, do you know what? These milk frothers are a favourite. This one. I'm just going to show you things that I love as I go. This Lavassa one, because I have a different one in New York that's not this brand. I'll show you the one when we get there. And it's not as good. That's my tummy rumbling, if you heard that. The one I have there doesn't froth as well. So that's another quick favourite. But yeah, I'm going to get to the airport really early, basically, because then I can just sit there and read and work and eat the food, because I'm going to the lounge, not to show off. I can eat the food that's free, and I don't have any food in the house because I've eaten it all because I'm leaving. So I'm going to go to the land of free food. This is it. It doesn't look particularly chic, does it, when I'm stood here like this? But I love it. I think it's really nice. It would be a really nice gift as well for somebody, because I think I've probably had this one for going on... Actually, I'm really guessing how long I've had this for. Was I wearing it when I was in the old house? I think I was, so like 4 years maybe? Anyway, years. And it's great. This is going in. I can't lie, it's not easy to travel with. It's not like, you've got to take a big case. But this is a favourite. I really think it's made the biggest difference to my skin. I've been doing it every single day. So it goes flat like that. But yeah, obviously you still need to be taking a really big suitcase. But it just about fits in there. Because it's bendy. So yeah, I've been so dedicated to it that now I just don't want to stop doing it at any point or go like 2 weeks without doing it. So that's a favourite, because it's definitely made a difference to my skin. Next favourite thing are these pouches. Now, if you've watched my content for a while, you know that one of my pursuits in life, which is actually nothing but a failure all the time, is to become more organised. And a thing that I imagine to be that organised people are really good at is having like a single pouch that they have all the bits in, and then they move it from one handbag to another. So I've tried a few pouches before, and I've also been trying this one for a while. I can't lie, it's not working. I still end up kind of every few days having to put everything back in the pouch, because for some reason I don't do it as I go. What's that? Oh, a fly. But anyway, these were gifted from a brand called Cuyana who do really nice leather goods. So this is the one that I'm trying to change my life with, but it's not working. This one is actually working because this is like the big travel pouch that I use for my travel bits. I'll show you what's in there. And because I obviously don't use this every day, I actually sort of take this out of my travel tote bag, pop it on the side, and everything does stay where it's meant to be, which is a relief. So in here I have a passport. This passport case is from Muji. It's really good. I bought a new one of these big eye masks in black this time. These are the best for flights. I've actually been using it at home because my blinds are so rubbish. A pair of socks, because you always need socks on a plane. Some tissues. Some earplugs, because you need those on a plane too. These are by a brand called Happy Ears. They're really good. They're the best ones I've ever used. 2 pens for note taking, obviously. Some lip balm. This is a Blistex one. Some Zavirax, because I get cold sores and find that I often feel like I'm getting one on a flight, which is rubbish. And then this little thing, this came with soap in it from Mirror Water, which is Estee's brand, which I have repurposed as a tea bag and vitamin box because they fit perfect. So I don't really like the tea bags that you get on British Airways flights. I mean, they have like English breakfast tea, which is nice, but they're herbal teas. I don't really like any of them, so I brought my own tea bags for my flight, and it fits so well in there. And like when I do that, that makes me feel really good about myself. So that's that moment of like repurposing that and having something that fits really well inside it. That's what I'm searching for in everything. So that's my travel pouch. It's going inside this tote bag, which is from Antler, which is so good for traveling. So good. I'm gonna leave in like 20 minutes maybe. Honestly, obscenely early. I'm gonna be at the airport like 4 hours early, but I kind of like, do you find this when you've got a flight? I just get to a point where I'm like, I just want to get there because I can't get into anything here because I know I've got to go at some point. And so then I just start to feel like I just want to be there. That is my book. I'm currently reading Butcher's Crossing by John Williams, and I love it. It's so good. I'm going to finish that hopefully on the train to Heathrow. So all the pouches going in here. That looks really organised. It's heavy, but look at that. This bag's great because you can put it on top of a suitcase, but it's also big enough to just carry like that and actually fit so much. And whenever I try and travel like with lots of stuff like this in a handbag, you can't find anything. Being fixed. I've got back to COS. So yeah, I knew that was happening, not necessarily on the timeline, but it has been happening. So I got back in last night, and it's now Tuesday afternoon, and I feel slightly all over the place just because I came back to a bit of chaos, which is a very manageable chaos. I'm so glad that it's been sorted. But I honestly, I don't feel like I don't know where I am today. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. It has, I think, just the process of traveling sometimes sends me upside down. Not normally anymore, but coming back to that certainly has. So I have not really got anything done today. I went to the shops obviously, but I didn't even film a grocery haul. I'm very sorry for that, but I was a non-functioning person this morning. And I had to go to the shops as part of functioning because I needed to eat. So I let you guys down, but it's time for more grocery hauls. I'm actually gonna nip out now to a shop to get something for a recipe and just kind of writing this day off. It's only 3:30, so I might get a bit of stuff done and trying to read the book club book, but I can't concentrate. I'm just honestly have been thrown through a loop. Anyway, I'm wearing my all-time favourite linen shirt, one with nothing underneath, so that's a favourite. There we go. It is the best. I have it in a large. They've since changed the sizing to numerical sizing, so I reckon it's like a 14 maybe. 12 or a 14, but it's like the best linen shirt I own, and it just gets better with every wash, and I love the colour and I love the fit, and it's so effortless. And I've just got on these like baggy shorts today, which are from Donni, and have this nice pearlescent buttons. I honestly look like a bit of a slob, but we're feeling that way out today, so that's okay. But yeah, these are like a nice sort of jersey-ish pointel, how do you say that? And then my beaded bag is from Cordera. So I'm just going to go to the shops again to get the last thing I need from a recipe, and then I'm going to come home, regroup, and it just might be a case of tomorrow's a new day. The wall should be finished tomorrow, so that I can like sort that room out and sleep in that room and just sort it out. That's gonna help how I'm feeling, I think. Good morning, everybody. It's like 5:45 maybe. Woke up at like 5:15. Not too bad jet lag wise, but on the theme of the favourites, this is another one of the Deiji Studio dressing gowns. This one's in like a really nice bluey, greeny, grey check. I love them so much. I've had this one for maybe 3 years, and it hasn't been washed as much as the one in London, so it's much stiffer still, but just as linen does, it just gets better with age. So big recommendation there. I am shooting today. I'm shooting a job for Antler, the luggage brand. I really like shooting the jobs from them because you have to sort of think about how to make it a little bit interesting. Inevitably it's kind of like stood on the street with a suitcase is what you end up going with, but because there's like, I don't know, it's a bit of a different thing, isn't it, than just an outfit, so I quite enjoy doing it. So I'm going to go to Grand Central Station today and shoot that, and then I've got an event this evening with J. Crew. J. Crew done a collab with Rouge, you know, the French brand. Probably do know Jeanne Damas's brand. She's like insanely chic. They're doing an event at a bar that is just unbelievably convenient to where I live, basically. And I'm going to see Christy Tyler for a drink after, so a really nice day, and we'll keep talking about favourite things throughout it. I'm going to sit and read my book now for like an hour maybe. Book club book, and then start doing some work. My jet lag tip, and I have fallen foul of this so many times, is if you're up at 5ish, kind of different if you're on a city break because you do want to cram things in, but sometimes when I get up really early, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do all this stuff, I'll go to the gym, I'm going to start working, I'm going to get all my stuff done, and then you crash so hard by like mid-afternoon and can't really get going again. So yeah, my top tip is if you're up really early to actually don't start your day until around the time you normally would, and just be slow, because you'll conserve the energy for when you've got to go out later on in the evening and don't want to fall asleep at 8 p.m. Just had a shower. Thank you all for all the comments on the last video about your favourite natural deodorants. I very serendipitously got sent one from L'Occitane, which I'm going to try out. Although the most recommended one was probably the Necessaire one. In the comments, there's loads of recommendations. I love L'Occitane's bubble bath and the almond oil shower gel. Not to be rude, L'Occitane, I don't have high hopes for this. I don't know why. They're not the kind of brand that I associate with deodorant. So let's see. It smells nice. It's like cedar, or it's just cedar. It smells really nice though. So let's see. I think it's going to be like 30 degrees today, so we're testing it out in some intense conditions, but I'm going to also try some of the other ones that everyone recommended. Anyway, another favourite, I got sent this quite a while ago. I think it's my favourite body lotion I've ever used, from the brand Uni. The packaging's really nice. 24-hour serum. think it's the idea is that it's meant to have kind of similar ingredients to what skincare would be, but for your body. It's a weird green colour, but it smells amazing, really subtle, and it just makes your legs look really like, well, moisturised, but also shiny, but not in an oily way, like just really, really nice. So I've missed this actively while I was in London because I didn't take it back with me. And I've been so excited to get back and use it, which is always the sign of a favourite. So yeah, I definitely, like I said, I was sent this, but I would definitely repurchase. The smell is so nice. Hello everybody, from a 36-degree day in New York. It's no joke. I am actually on my way to do a bit of shopping because I really excitingly am doing a shoot for Vogue Poland. It's going to be like in print, it's like a big one, and they want 2 to 3 outfits, and I thought, do you know what, I want to make a proper effort and maybe get something especially for it. So we're going to go around the shops and see what we see. Obviously I've got so many bloody clothes, so I've got enough if I don't find anything, but sometimes it does just make you feel a bit special, doesn't it? And especially for like a big career moment like this. So we're going to go to a couple of shops. I've got my cold brew, and I've got another favourite to tell you about, which is these glasses from a brand called Akila. They actually have a shop in the Lower East Side if you're based in New York. As we all saw in a recent video, I don't really suit many styles of sunglasses. I'm quite limited, and I just have to stick to what I know. The ones that I showed you last time was a resounding no, take those off. So these are more within the realm that I can get away with. And they're the kind of lenses that when I look at the sky, there's literally not a cloud in the sky, but like when you look at the clouds, it makes them sort of go sepia toned. So I think the lenses are actually really good based on that, which isn't scientific at all, so maybe don't hold me to that. But yeah, let's go shopping. Good morning guys, excuse the wet fringe. It's how we style the fringe, just wet it down in the morning. It's the following day now, and I did get some bits from the shop, including this shirt, which I'm going to show you. I basically feel like I just went and bought pieces that I already have something really similar of, so I didn't really do a very good job of getting something new and exciting. It's new and exciting to me, but maybe that's good because maybe it means it's going to be really I'm going to feel comfortable in it basically. And then after I went to the shop that I showed you, it's called Kallmeyer maybe? I can't remember how many E's it's got on it. Kallmeyer, I think. And then I went to COS and mooched around some others but didn't find anything. And then I emailed, there's another way that you sometimes like influencer market, less influencer, more celebrity stuff works is with loaning. So I emailed a PR company that I know here who have brands like St. Agni and Lisette and say, like, I'm doing a shoot on Friday with Vogue. I'd love to come in and pull some pieces for the shoot, which is how stylists work as well. So if there's no stylist on the shoot, but if there was, that's how they would do it. They would go to mostly to PR companies or just email brands directly and be loaned things. So I went there and picked out some bits, which, to be clear, I never normally work with brands on this basis, but for a shoot it's kind of perfect, and it means that I've got to try lots of new things without having to buy loads of new bits as well. So let's work out the outfits. It is so hot right now, I can't tell you. This is the shirt I got. It is from COS, and I know what you're thinking, you've already got a navy blue shirt, Elizabeth, and I do, but it is the most beautiful colour. It's like much darker than the one that I have, so it feels a bit more kind of like almost like an indigo denim. It feels a bit more formal than my navy grey one that I was showing you in this video, and they also had it in like a really nice light green. I'm just going to turn the AC off, I'm worried it's too noisy. They also had it in a really nice light green, but I don't suit that colour. Otherwise I would have got that one too, because I think the shape of this is perfect. And then these shorts are one of the pieces that I've loaned from a brand called POS, P-O-S-S-E, Posse, not sure. But they're so cute, aren't they? I know this is the kind of thing we're all seeing in a million times, and I could 100% have recreated this outfit with items I already have, which is not that great of me, I suppose, but it feels like a slightly more elevated version of what I've already got. And then maybe just my Chanel ballet pumps. It's a potential outfit, but I'm very pleased with the shirt. Let me properly show you the colour. It's so nice, so nice. Excuse how sweaty I am struggling. Okay, this isn't gonna work because I need a bigger size in this top. It's extra small, but this is a St. Agony one, but I wanted to, this is one of the ones I've been loaned, but it's like backless. I'm tempted to actually order it. It won't come in time for Friday, but this is such a good tank top for summer. I like the neckline, the straps are like so skinny. I think, yeah, I just think I need the size up over my boobs probably. And I don't know whether this feels a little bit too, I feel really nice in it, but a bit too like slinky, sexy, which I'm all for, but I don't think those are two words that really like epitomise my personal style. The trousers are one of the ones that I tried on at Kallmeyer. They are so long. If you are tall, these are so incredibly good, and they're really high-waisted. They're very thick, like a stretch material. I actually bought the navy blue ones too, but I'm gonna return those because what I've got at home, like, they're really nice, but I definitely have ones very similar to that styling wise would offer the same thing, whereas these feel like they'll be really good with sort of a jumper in the winter, but also a great winter evening out piece. But yeah, I'm gonna just try, and I could wear this, it could go very slinky, but I think I feel a bit more me with this, with like a t-shirt and the belt that I got as well. Okay, this I feel great in. This feels like the perfect level of me, but elevated. The t-shirt I bought yesterday, can you believe the things that I bought were a black pair of pants, a navy t-shirt and a navy shirt to try and pull together an interesting, fun outfit. True to form at least. But this is from COS, navy blue. I'll show you the colour properly in the window. And then the belt is also from Kallmeyer. It's so nice. It's got these little studs on it here, which is perfect. I just want to test it out in some jeans next to make sure it fits a normal belt loop, because it's quite a wide belt and I can't judge it. And then I just put on my little COS Sandals. But yeah, this feels perfectly elevated for me. Let me show you the colour of the t-shirt. There you go. It obviously needs steam, but how good is this belt? And these trousers I think are amazing. I think these are a keeper. I'll try the blue ones on again with something, but I just think they're really nice and they're beautifully made and the cut's gorgeous, but I don't know that they're special enough, but you tell me. Right, I've gone back to the COS shirt with a fun trouser option that I already own, which are my Dries Van Noten red silk printed trousers. They're so beautiful. They photograph quite nicely too. So this feels very comfortable and me, but also a bit elevated. And then I just got the COS Sandals on again. So this could be an option. The belt, the Kallmeyer belt, does work with jeans. I'm definitely going to keep that. And I was thinking of doing a jeans outfit, but as much as I wanted to keep it like very much within my personal style, I do want it to feel a slightly more, just a little bit more special. Maybe black jeans, no, because I've got black trousers. Right, I'm going to stop faffing after this one. This shirt is from Sezane. They sent me it recently. It's so good. It's really thick. It's actually way too thick for like a summer shirt. It's way more of like an autumny one because it's the thickest cotton. And then these are the Kallmeyer blue pants that I'm going to go and return today. They're beautiful. They do great tailoring as a brand, but I don't think they're quite as special as the black ones. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'll hold off returning them until we've had consensus. But yeah, I think they're really nice, and obviously I love navy blue so much that I have navy blue. trousers, and I don't know that they're offering that much differently. Continuing with favourites, this, I've talked about this before, but I get a compliment on this perfume every single day, which isn't like me. I feel like I don't normally get that compliment. So this is a favourite. And a few days into using this, I haven't been smelly. So I'm really pleasantly surprised by this. So I thought I'd show you it properly. I do think there's some truth in that kind of natural deodorants work for you for a few months or years maybe, and then stop being as good, or your body gets used to them in some way. I don't know what it is. But this is really good. I haven't been smelly. Nothing screams luxury hotel more than this setup. Room service, fresh robe, towel. It's probably about 4:45. I've got to be downstairs for the book club at 6. This is a favourite, by the way, doing a book club at the Carlisle. Insane. I can't wait. And I'm having a ginormous meal because I'm always chatting too much to eat, basically. So we're going to fill up now. What's this? Oh, I thought it was a bell. No. Hello everybody, sorry for the sporadic vlogging. Been busy. Did the shoot today for Vogue, which was so chilled, it was so nice. It was just me and the photographer here. And book club last night was incredible. Like, the book, I had mixed feelings on the book, but it was a really great one to talk about. Actually, whenever I have mixed feelings on a book, it tends to mean it's going to be a good discussion. And doing it at the Carlisle was just just such a pinch me moment. That's how I feel about that, lost for words. And I'm about to go out for a much deserved beer and just chill evening. I thought I'd show my outfit. I've got on the COS shirt that I got. Really recommend if you are someone that suits this. Do I need to tuck that on? I want to be able to show off the belt, which is that Kallmeyer Belt. They've sold out online of the studded one, but they have one without studs, which is arguably as perfect. These jeans are so old, they're from Arquette. I wear them so often because of the specific shade of blue, that they're very blue, and I love wearing blue. I've got on some really old sandals from Churches that I love. I've had them for years. And then I'm going to take this bag from Cordera, which is amazing. It's like beaded and beautiful and fits a bottle of wine in it, as I discovered the other week. And I feel like this is just the most perfect chilled Friday night outfit. It's cooled down a little bit, hence the jeans and the long shirt, which I'm so pleased about because it's been pretty unbearably hot. So yeah, I'm gonna reunite myself with a beer. And what are we up to with this being a favourites video? I've lost my way a little bit. Can I put this shirt into it, even though it's really brand new, and my new belt as well? Having a bit of a wanting to go shopping phase, which I don't have often. I'm trying to rein myself in. But yeah, I'm gonna go out shortly and speak to you all tomorrow probably. I think this is the next book that I'm gonna start. I haven't read any Clive Barker before, and I'm really excited to give this one a go. Somebody in the comments on here recommended it, so thank you so much for that recommendation. I'm very excited to read. Hello everybody, sweaty again. It's been a sweaty vlog, but I've been to the gym, so it's a different type of sweaty this time. And I was going to say that's a favourite, going to the gym, but it's not. It's the least favourite, in fact. Just to make an iced coffee. My favourite coffee, I have talked about this before. I get it in Italy, but you can get it from Whole Foods, and I think it's actually cheaper in Whole Foods. You can probably also, I was going to say you can probably also get it from any supermarket, but I don't actually know that. So pretend I didn't say that last bit. I hope you'll enjoy this video. I was editing it last night, it's Sunday today. The last clip that I did, I said that I was going to start reading a book that I haven't started reading. I've started reading The Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy instead. So that was another lie, actually. Sorry about that. I will read their Kallmeyer book at some point, but you know, you do ever like have the intention of starting, like that book's like nearly 1,000 pages long, and I sat down to start it, and then I opened the first page, and the feeling of that, there's 3 little pages versus the sort of 997 pages in this hand was just like enough to put me off basically. I didn't want to have to do that. So I've not done that, picked up Blood Meridian instead. Sometimes I find when I'm on holiday I can do like a really big read, but other times it's not what we want, and I think that's okay. But this concludes the video. I was thinking last night while I was editing it that maybe, how would you all feel about me just doing a normal favourites video every month? I don't want to overcommit myself because I have a tendency to say things like this online. As I'm saying that, I realise I need to film an apartment tour. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. In fact, I will do that tomorrow. But yes, how about an actual monthly favourites? I could put all sorts in, like my favourite book of that month, what music I've been listening to, a recipe, clothes, beauty. It will probably be quite repetitive each month because there might be some same things, but maybe that's actually really quite nice. And it can just be like a classic YouTube sit-down video. I don't know whether people want that kind of thing anymore. Do you know what my honest opinion is? That there'll be a comment where somebody says, yes, we want that, and it will get loads of thumbs up. And then I'll do the video and it won't actually get that many views in comparison to a vlog. But maybe we'll do it anyway, even for the small portion of people that do want it. So let me know about that. I'd quite like to do it. And if I hold up my promise, my next video is going to be an apartment tour. I think I can see that promise through. And yeah, I'm back to London actually tomorrow, so I've not got time to film that apartment tour, but I can do it. Because my mum's coming to visit next weekend in London, so I'm going to go back to London for a bit, well actually for quite a while again. It is simply too hot for me to cope here. New Yorkers, you are brave for getting through a summer here. It is another level of heat, it's really intense. So yeah, next vlog will also be in London. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support around the book club as well. And yeah, I'm still feeling like I'm on a little high from such an amazing work week generally, which is such a nice feeling. And I will see you in the next one.